in the south, perfect fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Houston Texans and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Now Fields going to throw on the first play. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Falcons are going to take possession. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's the option, running right. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
On third down, Rhodes. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The stop there on third, they could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they...
Touchdown! Drake London with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap, Fields. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On first down, Fields. Looking here for Smith downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line.
They're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that Diaz had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Got his man. It's London. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense humming here in the early going.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The Falcons hit 6-5 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
52 blaster.
Back to throw here. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here we go. Here we go.
Second and 11. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will take over possession here up at the 44. A nightmare in the first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Ritter on target to Pitts for a Falcon first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Another run here with Dobbins. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On play action, they'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Then he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Desmond Ritter keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Pierce will try to pick it up. Shoves him away. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now on 2nd and 13. Fields. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Now let's go get 6. Green.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Emmanuel Ogbah, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is brought in at the 21. It's a net of 40 there, punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones that are doing the choking. Right now, I think it's the offensive line taking run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Fields. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Here we go on 4th down. And some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On play action, Fields. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
first down, they go right back to Pierce. A tackle made there by Caden Stearns.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Fields looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. So back to back plays. Each get nothing. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
As a defense, you're going to bounce when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it at the line of scrimmage.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with a 21-0 lead already, no need really to take any unnecessary risks. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. Now back to throw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Dobbins. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
This is taken at the 18. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 69 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll pitch it out here. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Pierce gets this one running right. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 25.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides,
renewed. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Spencer. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Well, look what we have here. A sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Give to Pierce now on the option. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To throw is Fields. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Falcons are going to have it here just past the 25. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw a 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards there for number 15.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Quick slant to Brown. On the move past the 40. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, this has been a really tough game for this defense. They've been left grasping at shadows. Haven't done a good job at all containing these receivers, and they get lit up yet again.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it is 28-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Fields. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. He's got Smith here. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Fields on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Spencer. He's got room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Fields throwing again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Now Fields going to keep it running left. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Justin Fields. A 22-yard scamper. And the Texans are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go. Rhodes. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here we go.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Dobbins running out of the gun. And some room to run now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before they take it down. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
The defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. They'll go with the option, coming right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And cycle.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Okay, ready?
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Right, 97.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. They find some open field here.
And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive linemen, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Rhodes. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Koo knocks this one to the post. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
You didn't mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Fields now to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Fields. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lost one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
Throwing again is Fields. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They snap it to Fields.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 3 yards out.
And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
He's got it. So they convert to 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Here we go, back.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Falcons.
J.K. Dobbins.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get 1 more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Pulls it in at the 13. Kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one side a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team,